All right, everyone, welcome back to Dunk Talk. So today we got some more follow-ups regarding the NBA teams and their potential trade plans. We are first going to start with the LA Clippers. It's being heavily rumored again that the Clippers are expected to be aggressive in pursuing upgrades for their roster this season, especially ahead of this trade deadline. They are currently 23-23 on the NBA season, and they are holding the sixth spot in the Western Conference, the final team outside of the play-in tournament. This, of course, could change with tonight's game against the Utah Jazz, which they are currently losing to. Now, it's pretty obvious that injuries have really hurt this team's performance thus far, and Kawhi Leonard and Paul George have started only 15 games together. Coach Tyronn Lue is constantly needing to shuffle the rotation as he doesn't know who is going to be available on any given night. He has already had 16 different starting lineups this season. Just looking at some stats, Kawhi and Paul George have played a total of 349 minutes together in those 15 games. But when they do play together, the Clippers are a plus 60, and yes, that's 6-0, in their plus-minus bracket. So of course, they are literally one of the best duos in the league, and they can absolutely dominate when they actually play together. But just like last season, their availability together is something that has just been very inconsistent once again. Unfortunately, this leads down to a trickle effect that has pushed other players on the roster into bigger than anticipated roles and tested the team's depth. I would say coming into this season, the Clippers have arguably been the deepest, most talented team in the NBA with probably the most wings that you could possibly imagine. But looking at their team play and season record, it's clear something still isn't working out. Now, according to Shams Charania of The Athletic and Stadium, the Clippers are looking to address the needs, especially at the point guard and center positions. A couple names that come to play are Mike Conley Jr., who has been one on their radar, Fred VanVleet is another, and they also have plans to acquire a backup big man. Now, I did mention in my previous trade rumors video that I think they should try and target either Jakob Poeltl or Mo Bamba for their backup center. In order to get at least one of these deals done, however, they may actually have to part ways with the contract of John Wall. Now, let's go ahead and get into the Washington Wizards, specifically the player Rui Hachimura. Now, the Washington Wizards have a pretty noticeable logjam in their front court. There's honestly just too many players for Coach Wes Unseld Jr. to play and not enough minutes to spread them evenly. So as of now, it's been noted that the Wizards are hearing out offers on forward Rui Hachimura, and Shams Charania reported that the Wizards have actually begun having trade talks with multiple teams around the league. Hachimura is set to become a restricted free agent this summer, and there are a number of teams in the West that could really utilize his skill set. If Washington's front office is unable to offload him for some talent in return, they honestly will have some difficult decisions to make come this offseason. Now, last on the trade block of rumors, it is everything surrounding around Cam Reddish. It looks like the Milwaukee Bucks, the Los Angeles Lakers, and the Dallas Mavericks are trying to acquire him. Now, currently, the New York Knicks are doing pretty decent this season, I would say. They are sitting at 25-20. They are inside the top 10 of offensive rating standards, defensive rating, and net rating, and have the 9th most wins in the NBA. They are currently holding down the number 6 seed in the Eastern Conference, and I'd say a big reason for their turnaround is head coach Tom Thibodeau committing to the young guys in the rotation. New York acquired Reddish last season from the Atlanta Hawks, but the Knicks haven't really utilized him as they have enough backup to minimize his role. The Knicks traded a future first-round pick in the deal to get Reddish, which in hindsight now was clearly a mistake, but these sort of things happen in the NBA. Now, there's been multiple trade rumors about Evan Fournier, Derrick Rose, and Emmanuel Quickley, but as of late, according to Mark Stein, Reddish is the player to most likely be traded before the deadline. The Knicks are reportedly seeking multiple second-round picks in exchange for Reddish. I think a lot of Knicks fans would look at this as a loss when you consider what the Knicks had to go through to get him. Let's just hope that whatever they can get in return, whether it be some young talent or some picks, hopefully it leads into something that will actually help the Knicks propel even further.